Hello there, all Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome back to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria, and we've got your October 2025 money and career reading here for you guys. We are post-eclipse season, so there could be a lot of things unfolding for you in the short term for October, but also in the long term over the next 6 months or so. And we do have a couple things going on in the month of October. For one, it is Libra season right up until the 22nd, at which point, of course, the sun will move into the sign of Scorpio. So spooky season, but also heightened intuition season there with a little bit of magic. But Libra season is all about diplomacy, balance, fairness, equality, justice. It is one of the signs that represent the law. So if you have any legal situations going on, any legal documents that need to be signed or reviewed or completed, this can be the month where you get things done. Venus will also be moving into the sign of Libra as well. Venus is the ruling sign for Libra, and Venus is, of course, our planet of love and money, resources, creativity, new beginnings, and abundance in our lives. So this can be a really fruitful time for you to find the resources that you need. We sign job offers and contracts. We find that things have more of a potential to blossom in our lives, and it can be really wonderful. Venus in Libra, we can also attract partnerships into our lives as well. Yes, there can be some things going on with love and romance that can impact your finances, but there can also be a heightened opportunity to partner up with the right businesses, the right companies, the right people, the right departments that can be really beneficial for your career and also for your bank account. So really we can be just finding all sorts of wonderful things, and some of you may even have some things come to fruition that you had previously set intentions to manifest into your life. So we can certainly be taking some advantage of doors that are opening for us, especially with the moon in Aries, full moon in the sign of Aries on the 6th, and we've got a new moon in Libra on the 21st. So use those moon cycles to help you out. Let's see what we've got for you. We've got talent. Oh, Cancer, are you using your gifts? Are you using your talents? Sometimes we find as we go through life, we have hidden talents. We're really good at something. And, we don't usually discover it sometimes earlier because we're scared to try. We're like, oh, I'm not any good at that. Well, you might surprise yourself. So use your talents to make yourself some money. Whether it's, trying something new, you don't know if you're going to be good at something unless you try, right? And so, whatever your situation is, whether you know what you're good at or you're opening up to learning new things or trying new things, you can really use this to your advantage to create something really wonderful for yourself. So this can be very, very awesome. And it's a big reminder from the universe, right? Don't sell yourself short, sell your talents, sell your skills and abilities, okay? Especially on a resume. You don't want to lie, okay? But remember, you are selling yourself to someone who, you're hoping might give you employment or hoping might give you a raise or that promotion that you've been vying for. Put you in charge of a project. Say, I can do this. I'm really good at this. So we want to sell ourselves, right, in a positive way, but we don't want to lie, right? So some of you also here, I do feel if you have any home-based endeavors. So if you're like very creative, maybe you have home-based business, or perhaps there's just something that you do because you love it and you're good at it, and you may have an opportunity to make some money on it. And if people have been telling you that you should, then why not? You can do something on the side, right? You can do something, a day a week, 2 days a week or something on the side. You don't have to give up your day job. But you can just put feelers out there, see if something gets off the ground, and you might be pleasantly surprised. We also have travel coming in here for you guys as well. Now, the travel card can represent a journey. So some of you may have some travel plans in the mix here. You might be thinking about going on a vacation, or you could even go on a work trip. So travel can be in the cards for some of you there. Obviously, that's probably some money going out, but the benefits you get from that are incredible. Some of you might travel for school. You might just travel for a little bit of R&R, right? But you certainly do gain some experiences when we go on traveling. And, you know, of course, you can get that little bit of a break that you were looking for. So it's typically money well spent. The travel card can also represent that some of you are ready to make a move, transition from one place into another. You could have a job opportunity opening up for you where you travel for business, or you could just have like a one-time business trip or something like that. So there could certainly be some possibilities there for you, but travel is also going from one place to another. So there could be some movement there for some of you, and it's a journey, right? So those doors of opportunity could be opening up for you guys. We've got the King of Wands. Well, the King of Wands likes to travel and have some adventure. However, the King of Wands can be your energy, feeling confident, bold, and brave to follow your passion, your dreams, your goals, to take charge and take the lead. We're very confident when the King of Wands comes out. And interestingly enough, the Kings are masters at their craft. So again, feeding into your talents. Is there something you're good at? The Kings are leaders. They take leadership roles typically. And so this can be, you know, where number one, you take the lead, take charge of your own life, right? I'm not going to let life pass me by. I'm taking charge. I'm seizing the moment. I'm seizing the day. But this can also be where you take charge of your career path. Perhaps you are ready to spearhead a project or lead a team or lead a department. But the King of Wands is also entrepreneurial. So some of you really could be gaining a little bit more confidence here to expand your home-based business or start something new, get something off the ground, whether it's a new job or whether it is, you know, turning a passion, turning one of your talents into a money-making venture. The King of Wands in the upright, awesome energy for us to embrace. Now, this can also be a prominent person in your month ahead. This can be someone in a leadership position. This can be someone new, someone you already know. And this person may be someone that you can collaborate with in a very beneficial way. You can learn from them. They may not necessarily come across as a mentor, but that is the energy that they put out, right? Because they gravitate people towards them. And so you might just feel that this person might inspire you in some way, or give you the motivation that perhaps has been lacking. They can light a fire inside of you. That fire is already burning inside of you, right? But they can fan the flames of that, right? So they're very charismatic and, in the upright anyway, very wonderful to be around. So some of you could have a new boss coming in. You could be interviewing with new people. Or again, there could just be someone around that kind of, kicks you into action. And, whether they give you advice, maybe they give you a motivational speech, or perhaps just being around them motivates you in some way. It's a positive influence. We've got the Rider and we've got the House card as well. Okay, so some of you here, you are traveling, you're moving. Some of you might be moving where you live, and some of you, your wishes and your dreams and your goals here involve a home-based business or working from home. So that can be in the cards for you guys as well. The Rider typically does bring in some good news or good opportunities, also brings about a little bit of a sense of adventure and a little bit of luck, perhaps. In French cartomancy, it is the 9 of Hearts, and the 9 of Hearts represents your wishes and your goals coming true, and certainly your ability to make it happen. The House card can represent your house, your home, right? Your place of business, your place of residence, somewhere where you spend time. But it can represent that home-based business or working from home. So this can be your lucky break. This can be something that, can be really wonderful for you, right? So a little less time in the car, that kind of thing. But some of you here, because we do have the rider, which can represent moving forward, and we have the home here as well, some of you, maybe you do work from home already and you want to get out a little bit more. You want to interact with adults. You want to expand your horizons. Maybe you want to do some business networking. So there could be an opportunity there to maybe either get a new job where you do get out of the home a little bit, or you know, work like a hybrid position or something. Or again, you might be completely making some bold changes there. The King of Hearts, which is on that house card, does represent somebody who may be influential for you. Again, we've got that King of Wands, and the King of Hearts can be someone who is very kind and caring, and someone who is you know, very very loving, very you know, very helpful, right, in some way. So there could be a little bit of help and support there for you from possibly known or unexpected resources. And I do feel like here with this energy that some of you could get some good news from home, from like a family member. It could be someone overseas. It could be someone here, and it can have something to do with your money. All right. The blessings headed your way. We've got the Chariot. So we got a lot of movement coming in already in your reading here, guys. But the Chariot is your card, right? It's the card of Cancerians out there. So your actions, your moves, your decisions, it's all about you, right? You can get the ball rolling. You can get things moving. You can get things off the ground. The Chariot does speak to our willpower, our drive, determination to get things done and to be successful. So you are the lead player in your own story. You are the driver of your chariot. Where is it going? What's it doing? What does this look like to you? You're in the driver's seat here with this, okay? So remember, you can have all the inspiration in the world. You can have all the opportunities, all the doors open in the world for you, but you need to do something with it. You need to seize the moment. You need to grab the opportunity, right? And you need to make those moves. And if you do, you shall be rewarded. The Chariot does represent an energy of victory, right? It's like, yes, I did it. Yes, I made it. You're well on your way. You have the ability to clear obstacles like there's nobody business, right? But it is also a card of destiny. So the stars are aligning for you. It's a little twinkle in the sky for you. What does that look like to you? You have the power to change your own destiny, to put yourself back on your destined path, and to be successful with whatever it is you do. So some of you here, you could perhaps be buying a new car. Some of you, again, you could be going on a journey. You could be going on some travel and adventure, or you're just making some moves that bring you to that finish line or that much closer to the finish line. With the Chariot, we've got the Clover and we've got the Snake. Now, this is your blessings energy, okay? So this is the energy benefiting you the most. All right, now the Snake is not a good card in this particular deck, okay? The Snake can bite you. The Snake can betray you. The Snake can cause a lot of problems for you. But with the Clover there, it's like, you know what? I can deal with this. I can overcome this. I can deal with this, because the Clover does bring a little bit of luck to your side and brings like a positive potential positive outcome to things, okay? So there could just be also as well, the Snake might not necessarily be that negative for some of you, because it can be a person, okay? But this person doesn't always have your best interests at heart, and this person can be really challenging to deal with. All right, but again, you've got the Clover here, which does bring you a little bit of luck. It brings you some really good positive vibes and potentially a positive outcome. So this can be where you might get a lucky break that removes you from a situation where you have to deal with this Queen of Clubs kind of person, this snaky person, right? This person that maybe you don't quite trust. this person that tends to, lead people astray or steal people's work. Okay, so you could have a little bit of luck on your side there. Perhaps this person exposes themselves in some way. Okay, but again, this person doesn't necessarily have to be negative, and that's why they're showing up in your blessings. Okay, this can be somebody that maybe you need to watch yourself around a little bit sometimes, but ultimately they might have some opportunities for you, or they might be able to help make your dreams come true in some way. It can just be somebody that's, I'm just dealing with the business. I'm not interested in making friends, that kind of thing. So it can be someone in your day that you just have to deal with, and but you'll overcome them. You'll deal with them in the way that's most appropriate for you. But you could be leaving a challenging situation and moving on to greener pastures, and it can certainly be very beneficial for you, very rewarding for you in some way. But I do love that we've got the Clover coming out there. Really, really good card anyway. And in your blessings position, extra dose of really good card. Okay, but you do have two cards that tend to bring a little bit of luck. Right, you do have the Rider there, which can bring a little bit of luck, and it can bring you towards your wishes, things that you really want. And you do have the Clover, which can bring you a little bit of luck as well. All right, so that can be really wonderful. Your challenge headed your way. We've got the Page of Wands. So, so again, like the Page of Wands here, pages can bring new, they can bring improvements, they can bring good news. They can also represent youth, new beginnings, a fresh start, or the next level of something here. So, but it is in your challenge position. Also can bring some adventure and excitement and all these kind of things, right? But in your challenge energy, it's like there's something exciting here, something that can be very fruitful, very beneficial for you here, but it's a challenge in some way. And again, change is challenging, doing something different is challenging. Even breaking away from your everyday to go on vacation. The Page of Wands loves adventure. The King of Wands loves adventure, right? And so maybe it's a challenge to get vacation time. And there's where your snake comes in, okay? Perhaps it's just that you're dealing with difficult people, or there's you have to come face to face with a boss, and you need to get permission to get some time off, and that can be if they're in a really bad mood, that can be a real challenge. But but again, you might get a little bit of a lucky break there. If you have someone already booked for vacation, and you kind of want to go the same time, you could again get a little bit of a lucky break, and maybe they change their travel plans. But the Page of Wands can certainly be a card of initiating something exciting. So there could be some delays, all right? There could be some fears that you need to work through, or it could just be like a timing of things here. It is in the upright. It's a good card. Page of Wands quite often does represent something manifesting in your life. So those opportunities there that can bring you growth and good luck and abundance and something really, really exciting, something that you really want. Seize the moment, seize the day there. So delays, obstacles, challenges, our own, sometimes we get in our own way, we get in the way of our own success sometimes here. But with the other messages, the other energies that are coming out, I feel like you will get that boost that you're looking for. You will find a way to get started on something or make some positive moves there. So I do feel it's a minor issue that you might be dealing with there. And of course, remember, we do have the Chariot that will certainly override any obstacles that you may face, right? That Chariot leapfrogs over obstacles with ease. All right. We also have here, we've got the birds and we've got a letter. So again, we've got two cards coming out that can bring some messages or bring letters and communication there. And with the birds, it could come from a couple. So, grandparents, parents, things like that. And again, it's in your challenge energy. So you could have some challenging communication or messages that do come in. Okay. And what you do with them, and maybe that's something that facilitates a little bit of travel. So you might have to fork out a little bit of money for an unexpected journey somewhere. You could you could perhaps as well, because we are heading into Scorpio season, right? We've got Pluto that goes direct on October 13th, and Pluto has been retrograde for the last few months. When Pluto goes direct, quite often brings things that have been hidden, brings some hidden information to light, brings some hidden opportunities to light sometimes, but is a facilitator for change for our future. And so this can represent that, maybe there is something that is both exciting and challenging at the same time. Okay, think of things like inheritances. So maybe someone wrote you in their will, right? Which, hey, is great, and it's something we should be, we can be excited and happy about, especially if they left you some money, or they left you a business, or they left you a house or something. But at the same time, it's stressful and it's a challenge, right? Because anytime we get an inheritance, right, there's always someone that, hopefully it's a living inheritance if that's you, but more often than not, they tend not to be, right? So it's something that is exciting, but at the same time, we should also be sad that, this had to happen for us to get this thing. So again, it could be a little bit stressful, a little bit of a double-edged sword. So it's something that, you might need to work through with that, okay? I also do feel like here that some of you are actively putting some resumes out there, okay? You might be talking to a couple of different people with the birds there, okay? But you could also find it a little bit stressful. Playing a waiting game is always stressful if you're looking to expand your horizons and get that new job, or you're waiting for news of that promotion that you're hoping that you'll get. All this, and it is a little bit stressful. It's a little bit challenging. Maybe you don't hear back right away. Maybe you might feel that, okay, this door just closed. Hopefully the other one stays open. And so it can be a little bit challenging to stay positive. But with this Page of Wands out there, I don't think you're going to let anything hold you back too long. Okay, and I think whatever changes you need to make, whatever actions that you need to take, you will get things done. Again, the Chariot card there, right? So, no matter what your situation is, no matter what ups and downs that you've got throughout your month, okay, you will succeed. Okay, so keep that mantra coming over and over and over again. I will survive. I will succeed. I will be victorious. I will overcome this challenge. And of course, I will hopefully make some money, or retain my paycheck, or make more money, right? After all, that's why we're all here. Okay, so but you could have some potential communication challenges here as your month goes along as well. So we might need to work through those. And that could be with the Snake here, with the Queen of Clubs. This can be that person that maybe you have some communication issues with, but again, that's in your blessings position. You've got the Clover there bringing you some, some good fortune. And of course, the Chariot can certainly help you overcome an obstacle there. So some things might resolve themselves, right? But again, a little bit of up and down. So communication challenges, all right, may end up being resolved. You might need to do something a little differently. You might need to communicate in a different way so that you get on the same page, or agree to disagree sometimes there as well. Let's see your advice from Spirit. And we've got the Knight of Wands. You look at all your fiery energy here, Cancer. Really use this to ignite something in your world. The Knight of Wands is, really Spirit giving you the advice saying, hey, if there's something you want, go for it. Set your intention, set your goal, okay? Embrace that fire that lies within you and go. Do it, okay? Just do it. The Knight of Wands is very much a go-getter. Always, the Knights are always on a quest, and the Knight of Wands is like that Dragon Slayer energy. I'm not going to let anything hold me back. I'm not going to let anything keep me down. Obstacle, I'm going to just deal with it and keep moving forward. And it's almost like that just keep swimming kind of energy. And it's like, nope, I'm not going to let anything derail me from my goals, but I'm also not going to let fear and worry and doubt and things like that hold me back. And I'm not going to listen to what anyone else has to say. So whatever your situation is, embrace this Knight of Wands energy, okay, to do things. But set those short-term goals, though. There's a lot of things that we want in the long term, Okay, but if we only look at that long-term goal, it always seems just a little bit out of our reach, right? And so what we can often do to bring things down to a more scalable level, and so that we have more wins than just one, right? We can, break things up a little bit. This is my daily goal. This is my weekly goal. This is my monthly goal. And then we'll cross that finish line, but we'll have all these little blue ribbons, all these wins under our belt. And the Knight of Wands is here for the short term quite often. He's here for your short-term goals. He's here to get things done, right? He's got a goal. He's got something that he needs to do. Boom. He comes in, he gets it done, and then he's off to the next thing. So sometimes when we, it's wonderful when, isn't it always wonderful when you walk into a job interview and someone says, what's your 5-year goals? Dude, I just want to get through the interview, okay? So, it's that kind of thing, right? So look to tomorrow, do things today, and it's good to have long-term goals, but we've got to have those wins along the way so that we don't get discouraged, right? Imagine if we only ever set one long-term goal with nothing in between. We'll always feel like we're not where we're supposed to be. We'll always feel like we're not making progress. So embrace that fiery, passionate, forward-moving Knight of Wands energy. And yes, I'm going to do this. Yes, I'm going to do this. Yes, I'm going to do this. There could also be someone exciting that you can work with or you can partner up with there as well. We do have the ring and we've got the moon here, okay? So, you may have a reputation here. The moon can represent some recognition or your reputation. It can also represent your dreams and, also your intuition, okay? But the ring represents a goal or a completion, okay? Seeing something through to the end, getting closure on things, okay? So you might have a reputation for getting things done, for completing things, okay? And so in that energy and in that belief, keep that belief alive, all right? You can achieve whatever you set your heart to achieve. But I do find it interesting here that we do have, the moon brings recognition and our reputation with that ring, because that Knight of Wands is known for getting things done and achieving a goal, but then, hop, skipping and jumping over to the next thing, right? So again, it's like that repeating message from Spirit. Be like this Knight of Wands, all right? They're here for short-term gain, and they're here to accomplish things in those increments and to make life a little bit interesting and a little bit exciting. So there's a lot of energy in your reading. There's a lot of fire and passion in your reading, but there is this sense of luck and moving forward and forward momentum, and it's exciting, and it's it's maybe even a little bit surprising for some of you here, okay? But I do feel like Spirit's kind of like really kind of pushing you, pushing you to have fun, pushing you to do the things that you love, to trust in yourself, but also to follow those dreams. And again, that Chariot card, that's you, that's your energy. So embrace it. Let's get a final card for you. And we have Bell, Awakening. Wake up. All right. Some of you are going to have an epiphany. You're going to have that moment that you go, now I know, I understand, I get it. Yes, this is my time, or this is my moment. And so someone's going to ring your bell, or something's going to ring your bell. Okay, so we do have this awakening in here. So yes, we can have, an epiphany moment, but this can also be a little bit of a wake-up call for some of you. Okay, so, again, do those things you love, follow your goals and your dreams. For some of you here, you need a little bit of excitement in your life. So go on that journey, go on that vacation. It might cost you some money, but it'll recharge your batteries and it'll make you feel good. Again, for some of you, it's been a while since you've had a vacation. All right. And you deserve it. Okay. Even if it's just a short getaway for the weekend, it doesn't have to cost a fortune, right? Sometimes we get worried and it's like, I can't afford it. Well, maybe not, but where there's a will, there's a way. And that's that Chariot card right there. I'll leave that there for you guys. I hope there was something here for you. So please do like, share, and subscribe. I thank you guys so very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful month, and I'll see you next time. Bye.